Alright, let's try the sly approach.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation. Luka and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What's going on here? You're that Moodwell girl. Moodwell? Please, call me Beck. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran.
Aha.
This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought she needed some backup. But you sent a child? Better way to avoid prying eyes. Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
Uh-huh. She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I've done finishing... let's do that one again. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in the perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. Oh, we know there's an underground thing. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. The whole time Mr. Tolliver had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
Oh, Rollo. The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So you would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Oh, it's an anagram. None Creed's drugstore. What? How?
Luka and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
How did he figure that out? Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. To the drugstore. Yeah. It's nighttime. Oh, what's up, lady? Oh, you scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Okay, everything's kind of still half set up. That's weird. This guy's gone to nap. There's still nothing back here, though. Anything good going here? No? No? Alright. Oh, these two are chatting. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work. You. I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh? What do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I think
Looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. What? No. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, heiress, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but his troubles. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. This is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Alright, what does this lady have to say? Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. Huh. I hate it when the villain makes a good point. Yeah, that's true. Anyone up at the cafe? Better get to Nuncreed's. Okay, fine. Nothing that we can investigate about this fountain? It kind of looks normal. Oh, okay. Here's the sun.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Ooh. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nancreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nancreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold, hard cash. Okay. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. Let's investigate the door. It's locked. Oh, ooh, the telephone. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nancreed, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That's not a normal telephone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Oh, Kren's new drugstore. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Phone opened the door and they all squeezed in.
Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, let's see here.
Luka cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Oh, secrets.
The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under a phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luka, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue 12 were real? Rolo, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. Okay, wait. I'm going to investigate everything, and I'm going to start with these suits. This suit has a broken mask. So we have found our mystery warehouse creeper. We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nancreed and talks like a Nancreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Ooh. Okay, nothing for the console. What does this one say? Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always says, you can always trust a miner up to the point where they hit gold. Not sure how this wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? Sure. I mean, I don't know. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. Console. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Willow's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Bonk. Rolo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. Mow is an eeny, meeny, miny, moe. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Uncreed. Shit. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me. Now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets? I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Is Mr. Nuncreed, like, behind all of this? Like, I know he's maybe working for them, but, like, it kind of feels like he's got a heavy hand. Who? Walt? You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends. Back before
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist, both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luka, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. He says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. My dad said no. Your father and I both helped and believed in helping people. But the thing is, I could never get him to understand was, or the thing that I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharp is long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. There's a point to the sub-story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Okay, so he is just working. I try to keep you safe. I try to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luka began to laugh.
What? What? You really don't know. My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say that this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. Oh, that's true. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luka by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's gonna do right now. Doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now, she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. Fountain? But why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
Oh, something's going on. He knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all. Okay, cool. So this is our... This is the part where we tell Mr. Nuncreed what's going on. So the whole freezing thing was because of the disruption that was trying to happen, but then it caused the wrong reaction and it froze everything. So we're trying to prevent that. Gotcha. Look at his ears. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. So he's not gonna try stop it, he's just gonna bugger off. That did not go how I expected. So... we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Whoop. Something tells me that one of us is gonna stay behind. You good? Yep. I love this town. Okay, all got there safely.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth.
So we also discovered that Mr. Nuncreed was the guy in the mask, or in the suit. So did he try to kill us, like, at the beginning of the game? Like, what was he trying to do to us at the beginning of the game? You know, when we failed the first time. Dragging us into that warehouse.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark.
Oh, at Beck's point of view?
Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along.
Carom. Nice word.
She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Why is there snow on the ground?
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
It's not that late, is it? Wait, what? Is this after the snap? How long were we in the tunnel for? That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any ideas where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. Didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. Gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. But I want to go north. This kind of looks like the arch, like, by my house. Nothing up here? This is just like a random place? Okay, maybe something will happen up here later. That's weird. It looks like something was dragged. Oh! Yes! This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time, Nuncreed's getting away. That was my house, but why is my house dragged away? What's going on? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rolo, stick with me here. This species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through these metallic wormholes back there. Final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. Maybe we should keep moving. Hang on, yeah. That's the house where the guy sleeps. Like over here. This is where like the new area is. Are they two Beacon Pines? Is the Beacon Pines that we're in now like the second Beacon Pines, and this was the first Beacon Pines, and they did the experiment and it froze? Is that what happened? Hang on, like I'm feeling like Twin Peaks vibes here. I've never watched Twin Peaks, but this is Twin Peaks vibes. Like this, my brain is currently like starting to ache, and it's awesome.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
What?
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Oh my god. So she tried to drug Mr. Nuncreed with a jam so this wouldn't happen. Oh my god, oh my god.
Upon closing the distance, Luka recognized what Nuncreed was after.
Oh my god.
Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
I'm like, oh my god, this is so awesome. Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luka, you and your friends need to leave. Right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luka. This is between me and Juniper.
Rolo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luka approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt taught me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luka, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish.
Oh, what?
His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
This is tense. Turning point.
A blur of emotions and memories. Luka's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to... That's our only option. Our only option is to weep.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luka whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luka for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This'll all make sense soon, Luka. And everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
But we can't tell her any different because we don't know what happened in the previous choices. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Oh no.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to...
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Here we go.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luka. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act.
Oh.
Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Oof. Okay, so now we know how the town is frozen. So all we need to do is find the thing that unlocks what we do to prevent Gran from throwing that torch down there. But then we don't know what Mr. Kerr was trying to do the entire time.
Well, that was dire.
You said it.
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Yeah.
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Easy peasy. Okay, so we've done this entire tree. So we're probably going to get back here. Let's go back to this other stump. And this is kind of where things this is where things diverged, either with shit or chill. So we in this one we kind of went to the forest and we found the puddle of goop with Beck, and the two bullies were trying to bully us, and Beck tried to creep them out with some staring, and that's what the strange happened. And then all of a sudden we kind of lost control. We weren't doing the staring, we just kind of lost control and got upset, and we tackled the shorter guy into the pool of mysterious goop, and that like disfigured his face. So we're gonna try the tickle thing and see what happens. Time to bust out the tickles.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Take it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Hey up. Hey up.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Is that her laughing? Okay. Hey up, hey up, hey up.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Oh, what just happened? He seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us?
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
Ah. I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Oh, cool. And something else that I just remembered. Rolo has been kidnapped, and he is now in that underground area. That's a very, very important thing to also say. He is now in that underground area, and Beck and I are trying to look for him. He kicked it in Beck's face? Are you serious? Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is the bad ending. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends what your feelings are about having a more refined, mature look. Oh god. Okay, it's just her hair that went grey.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luka paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her, but finding Rolo was his primary concern.
True. Okay, it's anything back here? Oh, we can't cross this thing. Good. Just accidentally stepping in this and all of a sudden we've got a disfigured foot. Okay. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Okay, nothing else here? No? Guess we're going back. Oh, hello. Luka, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
Shame. That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rolo. Luka, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luka had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luka.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luka broke down.
Rolo and I just weren't playing in the Weep Wood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster and a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but then we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just... wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luka.
It's not your fault, Luka. Rolo's gonna be okay. I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luka, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something. Look, Roxy's right. We know what's up.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luka.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rolo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luka wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. The treehouse was not the right place? Ah! You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here, leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Oh, her dad is Mr. Tolliver. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold in here? This place gives me the willies. Okay, we're waiting at the treehouse. Oh, we can pick this up. Oh, for throwing. Gotcha. Let's kind of pick one up, you know, for protection. In case more bullies show up. Oh, what do you have to say? Nothing? Okay. Beehive? No. I'm just gonna kind of explore here, just in case there's something up. Something new. Another thing we could use. No? Alright. Well, this story is getting interesting. My brain is still, like, boggling at this second Beacon Pines
Mr.
that was
Nuncreed
frozen.
jumped with a start.
Whoa. Don't sneak up on an old fella like that. He was on his way downstairs. Like, we know that Rolo is down there because of the other thing. Oh my god. So the other branch told us that there is like a secret underground basement where this telephone thing is. And he was probably going down there because Rolo's down there. And we don't know that. Oh, my word. Okay. Sorry. Who were you talking to? What?
Luka motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. All thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet? I'm sure you've heard several, Mr. Nuncreed, but not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Oh, here's the menacing music. City boy's antics have got the whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luka, is there something that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luka's shoulder.
Oh. Dang it, boy, if there is something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks. Are we gonna tell him? And then he's like, you know too much, and he's gonna chuck us into the basement? Oh god.
Luka peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luka could sense something eating away at him.
Because he's hiding Rolo. Ooh, this is where we use shame.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes.
There's a lot of shame.
A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
Yeah, maybe. Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rolo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. Oh, yes! What's going on with the bodies? We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. Sure, it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that. Oh no, he's gonna take us away!
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luka. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luka attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourself, can you? Ah, creepy music! We're all so close to being done with
With
this.
a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luka into the phone booth.
Oh no! What are you doing? Out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Yeah.
glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luka winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. 2 large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view.
What? Okay, this I did not expect.
Luka heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
What happens? Oh my gosh. Oh my word. Okay.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay. So we need to find something with the windows to the soul. For now, we reconvene at the treehouse. So, in the previous one where we shoved the bully into the goop, he got disfigured, and then Mr. Kerr came in and he was like, oh, but Rolo is fine. And then we went back to the house, we heard a radio message, heard something about the treehouse, and we thought that we had to go to the treehouse. We go to the treehouse, Rolo says, no, they're coming for you. And they were coming for us, and it was a bunch of clipboards, and Mr. Kerr was there, and now we're on the roof with a turret, and we're gonna now run. Because we tried to fight, and we had a game over. So this is our only option. Run!
Luka drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Eggy. See you, jerks. Bye. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels. Okay, we know the tunnels.
Luka and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage.
Is this going to take us to the snowy other beacon pines?
After what felt like a marathon, Luka stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Aha!
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luka's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luka pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
Ooh, now we're gonna get some answers. That was actually badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Go home. Okay, let's see if there's anything up here. Here we go. Oh, the walkie-talkie. How's the walkie-talkie here? Was he communicating to us from here? Oh my god. Oh, wait, it's our walkie-talkie. Never mind. Whew. Luka, are you there?
Luka had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
So did I. It's that bozo, Kerr. I hope nothing bad is. Oh, it is Kerr. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luka looked at Iggy with hesitation.
Wait, he has Rolo's walkie-talkie because he's down in the tunnels, probably where Rolo is. No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luka responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in this woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mum sure was a handful. Oh, finally!
Luka winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Oh my god. Stuff about our mom. I wanna know what happened to our mom. Hazmat suits. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Yeah, still safe, within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we punch up. Let's get this over with. Okay, so this was teetering on the edge to begin with. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep in Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Okay, we need like a branch or something. In situations such as these, I find it best to chuck stuff first and ask questions second. But what do we chuck? Aha! Snow! I knew
The
it!
boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
I knew it! This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. It's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We gotta get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Yeah. Let's go! Oh my word, the mystery is so cool! It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luka could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. Fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Okay, so what happened to us in the previous timelines also happened to the fish. Well, to the whole town. Does stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I, shoved me into, yeah. Okay. More mysteries. Mystery, mystery.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luka went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luka peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
It's okay, Iggy.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luka a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a good idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luka allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Yeah, I feel you. The way the snow covered everything over, kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. It sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things just to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
Something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolla are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Oh, he's lonely. Perfect little Luka Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with his sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luka gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luka's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luka? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luka could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. That was a really nice scene.
Warm bread.
Wait, what?
Luka was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug.
Ah, a dream.
He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luka spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luka turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes.
Oh, this is so weird.
Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you?
Don't remember what?
Luka snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luka turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luka was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luka's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luka heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luka gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luka's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luka flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luka, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luka descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luka eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luka placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luka's ears. Listen to me, Luka. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luka hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Who's
A
this?
figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
Is this who I think it is?
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
What?
From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
It's this person. Just what do you think you're doing?
Luka looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. You're asleep, minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You don't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend, an observer, a hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait. Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are. You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. All right, that does it. Luka, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luka and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luka and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place,
What?
cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe. Or this is all some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. Oh, nice. I like that touch. You both grew up here. The town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. Aha! Yes, I knew it! Ha! You! Yee! Cool. Okay, I love this. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luka and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover...
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
the source. Why do you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luka began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could...
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home...
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy! It's not too late to turn back. Simple head west through Whipwood.